What's good, people? Hope you're well. Hopefully, the sound issues are going to be behind us, but I didn't do anything to fix them, so it's going to be a lottery at this point. A little bit of a roll of the dice. I do have a backup plan. Hope you're all having a good Sunday. Hope you enjoyed the card last night. It is the night after UFC Mexico City. Pretty decent card. I'm not sure how much there is to really talk about. Obviously, I laid a massive egg in the main event, but your boy still got paid, so I'll take it. Premier League was obviously on this weekend. I don't really want to talk about that. So I'm going to leave it, as always, down to all of you. How you doing? Oh, what's good? How you doing, man? How's your weekend been? You know, I'm not even sure if you're a UFC fan. How you doing, JVD? What's good, man? Pooping. Of course you are. There's no point in saying that at this point. I just know. Monday in New Zealand. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that you're here. Back up to my backup plan. Yeah, I've got the Rode audio just in case, but I'm hoping. I did a little microphone test earlier and it said that everything's fine. So I just Hail Farken. How you doing, bro? Good day, mates. How you doing, Kerry? What's good, bro? How's everyone doing? I really appreciate that you guys turn up so early because it gives me the drive to keep going. As a Ribovics fan, it was embarrassing to watch Zell Huber's performance. I can't believe we went to war with him. Yeah, he was terrible. And I actually said that, I mean, I didn't bet on it because I'm not stupid, but I did say that Bobby Green was a live dog. I will never call another man king. You know what I'm saying? But no, a very embarrassing performance. He was terrible. He got absolutely embarrassed and he should quit the sport. Bro, I've been watching combat sports since I was 8. Safe to say I'm a UFC boxing fan. That's a relief. I mean, it's not a requirement around here. You know, nothing really is. Come one, come all, unless you're underage. I meant Franken. How you doing, big boss? What's good, man? How's the old health treating you? We might get 3 consecutive days when you haven't got piles. Do you know what I mean? That would be nice. We're all praying for your health. Does Frankie know any magic tricks? Yeah, I know how to make my penis disappear inside your mom. I'm joking. I'm sure she's a lovely lady. I take that back. I deeply apologize. I didn't mean that. How are you all doing? Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Yeah, as always, no holds barred. It's no holds barred Sunday. That's what we do around here. I will say this as well. I'm probably only going to hang around for about an hour today. I've got a pretty busy week ahead, so I need my beauty sleep, and I've only got about 2.5 weeks left until I travel. So I'm preparing some hopefully half decent content for you guys. And when I mean half decent comment, what I mean is that I'm basically going to throw a microphone on, but except this time I'm going to be outside and a camera on, and it's going to be even less quality than it is now. So you're welcome. Read comment. Why does pooping feel so good? Circle of life. 100%. It's that feeling of, it's that full circle moment. You're 100% right. I'm glad you have a good sense of humor, Jack Beats, because I felt a twinge in my soul with that one. So this is how you know you got love in your heart. But as I said, hope everyone's well. I'm looking forward to kind of getting into the card last night. Obviously big shock with, well, I say it's a big shock. It shouldn't really be that much of a surprise anymore. Brandon Moreno has lost, I think it's now 4 in his last 6. But this was a major step down in competition. So you missed my comment about the White House card. Oh, sorry, man. My balls are radioactive hot. Jones versus Alex Pereira to headline the White House card. That hasn't been made official, has it? To be honest, though, yeah, this is how you know how much I hate Cyril Gahn. I would rather they give it to John Jones than Cyril Gahn. I mean, barely. The magic trick I've been working on lately is breaking everything I touch. It sucks when that happens. We all go through a little bit of a heebie-jeebie spell in our lives where for some reason, everything we lay our hands on, everything we touch just turns to ash. We've all gone through it. You just got to ride the wave, mate. One thing that is certain, though, is good luck will be right around the corner. if you believe in that karma stuff. World War III isn't starting. Iran is too destroyed. Russia and China are too pussy to do anything, and North Korea are too poor to do anything. I would like to turn your attention to the New Year's celebration that the Chinese put on recently, where they had these artificial robots doing mixed martial arts moves. I suggest that any of you who have been talking crap about China over the last couple of years, wipe your socials, have a word with some of your mates, start putting the good word out, because they're coming, boys, and we better not piss them off, because they are going to F us. Still too early to swear. Curly Gone is a smelly Frenchman. Cannot be trusted. I'm assuming you mean Cyril Gone, but from now on, his name is going to be Curly Gone, because that's how we coin things in this channel. Little mistakes like that lead to lifelong nicknames. One of those weeks, it is what it is, Jack. You just got to ride the wave. Ride the wave. You will have better days ahead. And just go over to people's houses that you don't like. Just pay a random visit if you haven't seen them for a few years and just walk around. Why do all these British politicians have ties to France? Like half their families live there. They have French passports and holiday homes. It seems a bit Frenchy. What you mean is zesty. And France, to be fair, is actually a nice country to live in. Their people are gross, but that's a different conversation. I mean, all of our royals are basically inbred Germans, so this shouldn't surprise you. Cheddar how you doing, brother? I hope you're well. MMA simps overrate Aylin Perez. She's got no cake. She looks very, very flabby. She's gross. I actually pray for her to not win so I don't have to see her jiggle that horrendous ass. She is disgusting. The only thing is the Macy Chasson has obviously fallen off a cliff. Not that she was ever that good. But it was looking a bit shady for Aylin Perez there for a while. I guarantee you though, you want to make some money, Aylin Perez is going to get a top 5 opponent in her next fight. And she is 100% going to lose because she's garbage. Zell Huber doesn't even have skill. How you doing, Klaus? What's good, man? Zell Huber has been awful. And I've been saying this. He's terrible. All he's got is the physical advantages for that weight class. He very much reminds me of like a worse Jalen Turner. Do you know what I'm saying? Not actually skilled in any way, but just kind of gets by because they have all those physical advantages. Too many North Africans. Agreed. The French language is too much out there as well. I'm not a big fan of it. Oi, oi, Moreno sucks. To be fair to Moreno, yeah, he's been in a lot of wars. But yeah, his time is over. The weird thing with him is, yeah, he's obviously 32. And by the way, shout out to USD. He's only 32 years old, but he's got the MMA body clock of like a 60-year-old. He's been in too many wars, too many battles. And he looked a step slower than Loney Kavanagh yesterday, who's young, sharp, came in there with nothing to lose, really. Didn't have that fear factor about it, you know? He saw it as a free hit, and he took every advantage of it, and shout out to him because it was a very, very good performance. Ever since Ramadan, I've had better stamina and I'm feeling super well. That's really good to hear, man. I'm telling you now, yeah, a good fast will clear out that system and sort out those piles. I've been going gym solid for 8 months now. And I first started, I couldn't even bench press the bar. Today I'm going and attempting 90 kgs lift. My goal is 100 kgs by May. Shout out to you, man. Everyone should be thinking about their health journeys. Like, I'm kind of stuck in a weird plateau right now where I'm not getting any bigger. But I do it for the love of the game. And you should keep doing it. I'm half French. Oh. Just how good is Charles Johnson? Charles Johnson is obviously the GOAT of flyweight. Charles Johnson only loses to shit fighters, not good ones. That's what a real GOAT does. Esteban Ribovics versus Gamrot is such a waste. I think it's a great fight. I think Gamrot's going to beat him, though. That's the problem. I think Gamrot just takes him down, beats him up a little bit. But if Ribovics can hurt him early and make him respect him, which he very much could, we could be on for a great scrap. I'd put it like 55-45 Gamrot, because I think Gamrot's actually very, very underrated, despite the egg that he laid against Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira is very good. Ramadan is LGBT behavior. Not exactly. I think it's kind of the opposite of that. Spurs are nowhere near a top 6 club, both in terms of fans, stature, and history. Preach it, brother. They are terrible. I only know one Spurs fan. And he doesn't even talk in the group anymore because it's that dire. I still think they'll survive though, because I think West Ham aren't going to get it together. I know everyone's been sucking their dicks off lately. I don't think they're going to do anything major, and I don't think Forest really look that good either. So, how much to shut down this channel? 2 million. This channel was priceless. As in, I didn't mean priceless. Priceless. I meant worthless. Garnacho is no more than a little rat. Worst player I've seen play football in a long time, Frankie. Yep, I've been talking about how bad Garnacho is for years. When Chelsea went down to 10 men, and then first of all, Arsenal winning today. It's bad enough that Newcastle lost in embarrassing fashion, but then for Arsenal to go and win, my weekend has not been going well. Did make a little bit of coin, but what's your pick for Holloway versus Oliveira? I'm going for Oliveira if he treats it like a normal MMA fight. If he acts like a complete mong and decides he has to stand and bang with Max Holloway for the entire 25 minutes, then he's going to lose. But if he goes for a few takedowns, makes it a bit ugly, I'm going Charles. Because I think he's the better mixed martial artist. But that's about a 50-50 fight as it gets. If I had to put money on it, I would probably go Max Holloway. Because I do think he's going to stand and bang. Spurs fans are all spastics. It's embarrassing. They are. Terrible club to support. Awful. Is Jones versus Alex happening? I've heard that John Jones has gay man's hip. So I don't suspect he's going to be back in time for the White House card, but he might give it a go. How you doing, Batman? What's good, bro? Yeah, I think we get Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane probably, but who knows? If it ends up being John Jones, at least we might see him get slept. Not that I think that will happen. Yes, when they pray, they all go down, and they're very close all down there. But so is jiu-jitsu class. Think about it, chat. You've nailed it. You've got a point there. Jiu-jitsu is kind of arse, but I'll tell you something here. It is better than nothing. Alex versus Jones is happening. The event got leaked last night, and Alex Pereira has officially relinquished the title. Well, we know he's relinquished the title, but what we don't know is who he's fighting. I would be surprised if they did a U-turn on John Jones, but not entirely shocked. Apparently, Larry Wills and Ian Gary are massive cucks. It seems to be a thing these days, man. It seems to be these insecure men like seeing their women get pounded out by bigger, better dicks than them. It's the world we live in now. Pregnant man MMA. No, Batman, I'm not doing. Why pregnant man MMA? Is it because you like the old chesticles, yeah? Milk maker MMA. It doesn't make sense for Curly Gane to headline the White House card. You just need an American, which is John. I mean, John Jones isn't really an American. He's kind of a cunt. Are there any matchups that get you excited coming up? I wish most were different, to be honest. I'm excited about the two matchups on my thumbnail. Carlos Prates versus JDM is a banger of a fight. Guaranteed to be juicy, that one. And Yuri versus Ulberg is going to be a banger as well. So it seems like the UFC are finally pulling their thumb out of their assholes. Finally. John Jones is a rat. John Jones is everything bad. He's a rat. He's a cunt. He's a thief. He's a liar. He's a cheat. And he's gay. It's like he made a deal with the devil where it's like, give me all these things that make me an undesirable, hateable cunt, but make me the most talented fighter that ever lived. That was his trade-off. Frankie, I know Alex Pereira would love to kiss you on your hot mouth. We're starting with that, are we? No, I don't think I'm his type. But Alex Pereira very much seems to be into the butt stuff, if we believe that thought. So we now can confirm that Tracy Cortez definitely likes up the ass. She's definitely a backdoor enthusiast. You're not a true European if you don't make fun of Americans. I do it unprompted. I like to make fun of America with no prompting whatsoever. Before I die, if I could just see John Jones' lifeless KO'd body and Alex Pereira standing above him, please, universe. I've been praying for his downfall for years. I've said this in previous streams and I'm going to repeat it again. What I want to see happen to John Jones, I want to see him get banged out so badly that we literally think he's dead. Like we find out a couple days later that he's in hospital, he's fine, and he's probably going to make a full recovery. But just want that moment of, oh my God, John Jones might be dead. That's what I want. I need that in my life. Most talented, poked 7 men in the eyes. Dude, delete your channel. I mean, that's a fair comment. The thing is, though, he is a very talented. He's a cheater and he's a scumbag, and he won a lot of his fights by cheating. But in terms of his skill set, at a higher weight class, if you think about it as well, and his intelligence inside the cage, he's one of the best to ever do it, if not the best. I personally would go Mighty Mouse, but that kind of skill cannot be acquired unless you are under 3 foot tall. Frankie, you know Mexico's biggest cartel boss was caught. He died and it was because of a woman. I mean, I could have figured that out without you telling me. Behind every failed man, there is a woman. Somebody needs to put that on a t-shirt. How you doing, Lane? What's good? Seeing John in handcuffs just isn't enough. I know. We need to, I think, death penalty. We need to see him on death row. Can't say talent, you can say sensationalism. Holland Dan Sock, you will not find somebody who hates John Jones more than me. I think he's an absolute scumbag cunt. I hate him. But if you can't admit that the guy's talented and a great mixed martial arts fighter, you're on the wrong side of the fence. Genuinely. His fence grabs and eye pokes 100% indicate zero intelligence. Well, he cheated and got away with it. That to me is very much a sign of incredible intelligence. Guy took PEDs, got away with it, still managed to transcend the sport. If anything, he should be something that all degenerates should aspire to. You have to rate DC. He looks like every man's spirit animal and dominates like a G, barely in a boring fight. I love Daniel Cormier. And if you need, Daniel Cormier was a great fighter. If you need evidence for John Jones's IQ, watch that second DC fight. The stuff he did to him in that fight was crazy. Can't believe Frodo loves MMA. Amul, okay, yeah, fair enough. I've been told I look like Frodo Baggins quite a few times. A guy, when DC grabbed him in their first fight, John grabbed the fence 3 times. 3! Yeah, I know he's a cheater. Don't do the Habib thing though. Let's not do that. Cheated and got away. He's on video. No, but I mean, he got the result though, didn't he? Frankie, if Alex has Jones hurt, I have a feeling the ref will stop it early, like in the first Izzy fight. I don't think that was stopped early. Izzy was completely out on his feet. He was done and dusted. I mean, he could have been taken out there in a body bag if they didn't stop that. Prime DC would have been a good man to headline the White House card. Good role model to the public, loves his country, former Olympian, and a good company man. Yeah, he would have been ideal. 100%. I don't disagree with that. Who would you have put him up with in this modern era, though? What fight? You could put him against the French because he would have absolutely splattered gone. Basically, you don't just need an American fighter on there. You need an American fighter that's likely to win. And that's getting harder and harder these days because you guys suck. Guys that's got away, we literally have evidence. No, but I'm saying he got the rewards of it though. It's like when somebody robs a bank and then you get your binoculars out and you can see them on the island with their cash, with their stack of money, but you can't get to them. And you just see them there laughing and spending it. But we're like, we know you did it. Yeah, I got the money though, bitch. It's that, bro. It's that all day long. Hours of it. I'm out. Delete your channel. Love you. I'm always right. Don't you delete your channel. Kiss, hug, bye. Shout out to you, Holland Dad Sock, man. I'm gonna smash your boy. I'm gay. You're on a mad one tonight. Frankie, don't get me wrong, but you look like Napoleon Dynamite. Get out. That's just a step too far. I've been told I look like Elon Musk, taking it on the chin. I've been told I look like a Korean pop star, taking it on the chin. Napoleon Dynamite's going too far. You crossed the line. Are you ready for war, Frankie? I'm always ready for war. Born ready. Prime DC versus Ngannou for the Prime DC would have fucking destroyed him. Thoughts on JDM versus Prates? I think Prates might beat him, you know. I genuinely think so. I haven't really put too much thought into it, but off the top of my head, I think the thing is with JDM, he obviously works the body really well and he's a really good striker. The problem is with Prates here, if you're going to beat him, you've basically got to knock his block off in the first or second round. Because if you give him time to ease into a fight and get comfortable, he starts styling out a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So I think Prates knocks JDM out later on in the fight, third or fourth round. I hope I'm wrong, but I like both of them. Ngannou would manhandle DC. He absolutely wouldn't. DC would pick him up and dunk his ass. We've already seen DC against really powerful punches and how that goes. And DC is not an easy guy to knock out. I know he lost to Stipe, but that was way later on in his career. And Stipe is actually quite well-rounded. Next welterweight title fight. The word on the street is that they're going to be doing Ian Gary versus Islam Makhachev at the White House card. I personally don't hate that. After Morales won against Sean Brady, I really wanted to see Morales get the title shot because I think stylistic-wise, he's probably the best chance of anyone beating Islam Makhachev at this moment in time. However, as much as I think Ian Gary is an annoying, weaselly little cuck, and I don't want to ever see him win the title, I might actually go for Islam Makhachev in that fight, but it's a close one. Ian Gary deserves it. So I personally think it should be Ian Gary. Ian Gary versus Islam Makhachev. But I'd rather that they didn't do it at the White House card. Especially, I mean, imagine that. Biggest card of all time. And you have Ian Gary as the main event. And a cave dweller. Gary's win over Prates is aging very, very well. It absolutely is. He dominated Prates as well, made him look silly in there. Frankie, have you watched the Monsterverse movies? I haven't, but I've heard of them. How you doing, Sonny? What's good, brother? JDM Prates, in my opinion, will be a war, quite possibly a split decision. I think both will fight fairly conservatively. That's not a bad shout at all. Both very, very dangerous. I'd rather see Ilya versus Makhachev. We'll see Ilya versus Makhachev in November if they both win. And I hope what they do is they do it at a catch weight between 155 and 170. What they should do if they're fucking smart, they should use that as the opportunity to make an inaugural 165 belt. That's what I would do. And then they can compete for that title. Because it would be justified. If they're both holding belts, and then you basically say to them, you both have the opportunity to be a freeweight world champion and do it at 165, that's exactly how I would play it. And this is why I should be in charge, because I'm a fucking genius. Islam Makhachev might be gay for Habib secretly. Nothing secret about it. I say it should be McGregor versus Islam in Dublin. We've already seen that fight. They already fought. Don't you remember? They fought already. I doubt Islam will fight at the White House. Why do you think so? I very much see it happening. Islam deserves a chance. Why am I so hard right now? I don't know. Dana would never do 165. Dana doesn't run the shots anymore. And if you think about it, yeah, it's the perfect way. Because I guarantee you, if Alex Pereira picks up a third belt, it's going to become a race to see who can catch him up. And only Ilya will then have the opportunity to get a third belt, whereas Islam won't. And I don't think he'd be up for that. You get them both to relinquish their belts at their respective divisions, and you make them fight for the 165-pound title. Imagine how crazy that would be. McGregor is never fighting again. No, he's not. He's 100% not. And quite frankly, he never should. He never should. He's a billionaire, or not really a billionaire, but he's got a couple $100 million in the bank. Very bad things can happen when you get in a cage. Don't do it. You could get brain damage. You could get seriously injured. Lo and behold, you might even get killed in there. Don't do it. Islam versus Dylan Dennis. Imagine the build up to that. That would be sensational. Asians have less testosterone. I get. I'm kind of sad that we're not going to get to see Dylan Dennis inside the UFC. If Alex gets the third belt, you've got to call him the GOAT, especially if he does it against Jones, albeit Jones is old. I agree with that. I've been saying this for a little while. I would say you basically have to call. I wouldn't say he's the GOAT of the UFC, but you would have to call him the greatest combat athlete of all time. Freeweight world champion, 2 KSW kickboxing titles. For me, that's conversation over. Sanchez might be the world goalkeeper in the world. A bag of piss would, the worst goalkeeper in the world. A bag of piss would save more goals. Beef Wellington, yeah. It boggles my mind, yeah, that a football club can spend 1.5 billion and still have a complete moron like that in goal. It baffles me. Chelsea are a laughingstock. One job you have, it's the only game I'm ever going to support Chelsea in, because I kind of hate them as well. All you had to do was get a draw against Arsenal. That's it. JDM versus Shavkat will feed families, but I'm with Westy, man, Mr. Freaky. I don't think we see Shavkat ever again. Just got my cyborg molded pocket pussy. You put your dick in, it's not coming out, mate. Her pussy definitely has teeth. It's like a Venus flytrap. A very tight one. Jones is not coming back for anything. He's got no hip left. I think if he's given the opportunity, he'll do it. The White House card is still, what, 3-4 months away? There's every opportunity for him to rehabilitate and come back. Worst, yes, Chelsea are a joke club. I very much hate Chelsea as well, because they're the reason why Newcastle fell off a cliff the way that they did. And I can go into detail about that one day. I just don't know if I can be bothered now. How you doing, MMA Now 27? What's good, man? How did you enjoy the card? Did you do well on picks? It was personally fine for me. Chinese dick trap. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Anything that goes into Chris Cyborg's mouth or vagina does not come back out. You know that shit looks different. Bet it's tight though, because no one's been fucking that pussy. What's up, bro? How you doing, Ricky? But apparently I reckon she's got like a dick-sized clit. If he manages to become triple champ, you also have to take into consideration that Alex has had less than 20 MMA fights with no padded record. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Alex is already up there. Hey, bro, what are you watching? Fuck all, mate. Fuck all. We're just chilling like villains here. Logan Paul is juiced to the gills. Makes me sick. Apparently, he's a massive cuck also. Bro, Beef Wellington, they're all up to it. I do not understand that. If you want to jerk off, yeah, to something, just don't get yourself a woman. Are you Scottish? I'm actually Irish, but not seeing as they are our very close inbred cousins, that's not a bad shout, Justin. I'm actually Irish, but I grew up in London. Yeah, Pib, leave MMA Now alone. We love MMA Now 27. Long-standing friend of the channel. Why is he a creepy little weirdo? That's unfair. That is very unfair. Pib, you've been on your best behavior recently, and I've been enjoying you very, very much. Frankie going to travel to Iran after they make it safe and Jewish. I'm not Jewish, bro. I'm not Jewish, bro. I'm not Jewish, bro. Look at that side profile. It's the most Jewish nose you'll ever see. I'm not Jewish. I swear. I think that if Ilya and Islam fight at 165, they should fight for a new title, the P for pound for pound title. I've been saying the exact same thing, brother. There is no better opportunity to introduce the 165-pound weight division. Because I think Ilya going up to 170 is unfair. The dude is Alexander Volkanovski sized. He is a tiny individual. And you're giving Islam all the advantages. But Islam's not going to go back down to 155 again. And it's a fight that we need to see. Make it for the 165 belt. I live in West London and there are more Arsenal fans than Chelsea. I would argue, yet Chelsea is obviously the way more successful club, but Arsenal is definitely the bigger club. I don't know what you're talking about, Chedhead. Never sung that in my life. What I don't get is how he's got all of these weird pics and videos of people doing mad shit, and the camera isn't hidden. Cunts thought they were invincible. Oh, the Epstein crap. After looking into the Epstein crap, I think he was killed and he is not secretly alive. Wow, man. Quite the hot take you've got there. He's definitely 6 feet under. I reckon they chopped him up into a million pieces and scattered his remains to the wind just to make sure. Because he knew way too many things. He knew way too much. He's definitely dead. And Ghislaine Maxwell will have an unfortunate accident at some point as well. Because she knows way too much too. But it's too late. The cat's out of the bag now. The amazing thing about the Epstein files is there are so many guilty people involved that none of them are going to get charged. It's one of those mad ones here where there's literally thousands of people who have been doing some despicable shit, yeah? How are they going to charge all of them? Nothing's ever going to happen. MMA now, kick rocks or find Jesus. Oh, Jesus, man. What's with the hostility towards MMA now 27? He's a good lad. Thoughts on the Arsenal fan getting arrested for the Yid Army comments? I didn't know anything about that. But even if he's an Arsenal fan, he clearly deserves to get everything that's coming to him. I haven't managed to get through an entire video yet without saying something nasty about Arsenal because God, I hate him. I hate him. Anyway, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because I'm going to be here for about half an hour to 45 minutes. So get your disgusting comments in, get your thoughts in, anything you guys want to talk about. Go for it. Anything and everything. Hot take, bro, I don't really know shit about what's happening in the world. I just work a lot and don't have time for this crap. So I'm a little late to the party when it comes to the Epstein files. I think you turned up to the party just on time. I think you did. I think you turned up just in the nick of time, just when the files have been released. I mean, there's only 3 million of them to go through, so this is going to be going on for ages. Apparently, HMRC got smacked up outside the Emirates today because he sat in the home section and was being a prat. Who's HMRC? Who is HMRC? Frankie, do you think eating babies makes them immortal? Surely there is a massive benefit. There's got to be. I reckon these fuckers are all cloning themselves or putting themselves into different bodies. I reckon these guys are thousands of years old. And they've had access to technology that we can only dream of. The aliens gave it to them. How to transport their minds from one hard drive to another. But I'm telling you, the eating babies and the doing fucking stuff with children has to have some kind of health or long-term benefits. Oh, he's a football YouTuber. Oh. Good lad or bit of a cunt? Does he deserve it? I'm off, bro. Gonna go gym. Have a great workout, bro. Shout out to you. Keep up the good work. Tell the Iranians there's a US base in Arsenal Stadium. That's exactly what we should do. I'm going to clip this up right now. So this is a message for the people of Iran. I work for the government and I've got something very, very important to tell you. There is a US base inside of Arsenal Stadium, the Emirates Stadium. Think about that name and you know it must be true. I'm just going to leave that out there for all of you to digest. What's your favorite movie? The first movie I always think of is The Usual Suspects or Mr. Bean. But Mr. Bean, the Mr. Bean movie was good, but Usual Suspects is the first one that comes to mind. Or Big Trouble in Little China. I make sure I watch Big Trouble in Little China at least once a year. It changed my life and gave me the yellow plague. I would have not slipped in as many Asian women as I did if not for that movie. So if anyone from that community wants to blame me for running wild, blame John Carpenter. Mr. Bean should be Chris Cyborg's nickname. That ain't a bean. She's literally got a dick hanging off her body. Rice is the best midfielder in the world. You can't say nothing. Don't think he's the best midfielder in the world. He's damn good at what he does, though. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to be one of those guys. He is very, very good. You know, usually when a club pays that much money for a player, they usually end up being super shit or just failing miserably. So the fact that you've managed to actually get really good service out of him, more than that, speaks a lot. Because having 100 million on your head, that's a lot of weight to carry. So fair play to Declan Rice. I'll never forgive him, though, because he betrayed the Irish national team. So Declan Rice can go fuck off, yeah? Yeah. He actually played for the senior Irish team. And then, like, I don't blame him because we're really shit. But still, man, that shit is treacherous. When he thought he wasn't going to amount to anything, he wants to play for the lads. And then as soon as somebody figures out he's good, or as soon as he figures out he's good, he's off to England. Treacherous, snaky movements. Fuck Declan Rice. Szoboszlai is better. Szoboszlai is definitely in the Premier League team of the season. You can stick Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is one of those utility hatchet men. You can stick him pretty much anywhere and he'll do a job. Imagine a midfield of Szoboszlai and Rice, though. Woo! That would be sensational. I really appreciate having the UK Bucks up here, allowing me to talk about football. Miami and Messi about to play. You're about to get some money, yeah? Didn't they lose 3-0 on the opening day of the season to Heung-min Son's team? I'm sure they did. Might be a rough year for Miami. It might be the year where Messi finally falls off a cliff. Ireland is also part of Britain. The north of Ireland is, not the south. You know, a Mr. Bean episode was set in South Sea. I don't think I've watched every Mr. Bean episodes, but it is a bloody goated show. Lane, I just put $50 on Miami. Who are they playing? They got beaten up pretty badly in their first game. Irish are crap at all sports. Untrue. We're quite good at boxing. What else are we good at? We're very good at rugby as well. I mean, we don't ever win anything. Yeah, they lost 3-0 in their opening game. They got doggied. They got absolutely doggied in their first game of the season. So I'd be careful with that one. Very careful. Although, what's the chances of them losing 2 in a row? Are they just shit now? Was that a blip? Who knows? Those opening season games are very, very tricky because obviously they've just come back from preseason. They haven't quite got up to that competitive level yet. Falling off a pavement is like a cliff for that midget. Exactly. Exactly. Can you speak Irish? Dún Doris Marsha de Halle. Pog Mahone. That's literally all I've got. And as you can see, yeah, it sounds very elfish. He wouldn't even start for Arsenal. He only looks decent because he plays for the worst champions in Premier League history. Szoboszlai would start for Arsenal. Don't be silly. Don't be a hater. And Declan Rice would obviously start for Liverpool. How are the Irish at darts? Not very good. You see, once we're in that kind of environment, we can't help but get a few glugs down us, and that's when the accuracy just goes. I don't think we've probably got darts players that are Irish that claim to be English because people be moving scummy like that. But I can't name one good Irish darts player. Is the English Premier League almost as good as the MLS now? I've got to give you guys credit. Yeah, the MLS is coming up. You're like, what? You guys have done amazingly well. You're like, what, the 8th or 9th biggest league in the world? And it sounds like I'm joshing you because I am. But it looked like for a long while that football was never going to do well there. And that game that you guys had, that Miami game, they had 70,000 people going ballistic. So the league has really come along. The MLS is actually big now. Give it another 30 years and you might break that top 5. He's not even better than Marino or Havertz. All right, now this is why everyone hates your club. It's dumb shit like that. You see, you say Rice is the best midfielder in the world, even though I don't agree with that. And I go, do you know what? Yeah, he's a good player. You've done very well with him, blah, blah, blah. And then you have to come out with dog shit like that. You are incorrect, sir. You are very incorrect. Szoboszlai is way better than Marino and Havertz. You got me. What's in your background? There are video games. So you see a Nintendo 64 there, bunch of Switch games, limited edition 3DS up there in the corner. Nobody watches MLS. 78,000 people watch MLS. I remember when it first started out, first 5-10 years, it was dead zone over there. You have to give the MLS credit. They're actually making a little bit of a splash. I mean, it's still not quite the retirement league. You know, it hasn't even qualified to that yet. I mean, it still very much is kind of a retirement village where people's careers go to die. But you know, there's money in it now. They don't have financial restraints. Oh, look, Pib's back. Szoboszlai would start for most teams, even Real Madrid. Ismail, I completely agree with you. And I'm not a Liverpool fan. In fact, I hate them after the whole Isak stuff. And I used to be very indifferent to Liverpool, but now I want to see them fall off a cliff. Frankie, you talking smack. Clearly not a real football fan, mate. Mate, I'm more of a football fan than I am an MMA fan, if you can believe that. I actually grew up playing football. I was the kind of kid who used to go to school an hour and a half before school to get a full match in. And you can imagine what my hygiene was like back in the day. Having a full 90-minute match before the school day even started. And then I used to get home, get my homework done, and then get straight outside. I'm joking, I never really did my homework. I'll go straight outside and be kicking ball until the sun came down. Did you see Gypsy Crusader is fighting a few weeks on Aiden? Who the hell is Gypsy Crusader? Gotta say, I like that name though. It's not even a retirement league. It's so bad. It's a retirement league. It is. But people in America do watch it. Messi has more Ballon d'Ors than any other player. I know, yeah, but that stuff's all political. The Ballon d'Or event is known bullshit. By the way, like the stream and subscribe if you are new here, which I'm assuming none of you are. But do like the stream. I'd really appreciate it. Frankie, what do you mean? MLS is the top tier soccer. This is why we can never let MLS get that good, because now, yeah, it's literally like League One is better than the MLS, yeah. Our third division is better than the MLS, yeah. And you're acting like you're prime right now. This is why you can't let Americans have anything. You can't let them get too big for their britches. Same as the reason why you can't let Arsenal win anything. Imagine if Arsenal win the quadruple this year. It's over for the rest of our lives for non-Arsenal fans. It's over. They will never shut up about it. They go on like an invincible season where they drew 18 games or whatever it was. Is the same as winning a treble. Their fans are that retarded. Playing football during break time in school is the best memories, bro. Before school, break time, lunchtime, after school, I used to play that shit all day. Was I very good? I was decent, you know. I was a decent little player. That's where I got all my toughness from. Bro, I swear I'm a Liverpool fan, but I hate what Slot did. I swear we had Ekatike and we spent another 150 mil on Isak and we couldn't even get Mark Gahey as a free agent. That was more on Crystal Palace being shithouses than you guys. But you should have wrapped it up. Dang, Frankie, you don't know Gypsy Crusader. I thought you were a proper racist. No, I'm not a proper racist. I just pretend to be racist because I think it's funny. But yeah, I'm telling you now, Ishmael, yeah. I know the Isak thing looks bad right now. You will eventually get rid of Slot and you'll get somebody who actually knows what he's doing, yeah, and knows how to use him. Alexander Isak is one of the best players we have ever had. And the reason why I'm so angry about it and I now hate your club is because he was unbelievable. I felt like we could beat anyone with him on the team, and now I feel like we can't beat anyone. I'm subbed and liked. I appreciate that, bro. You legend. I'm like 2 or 3 subs away from the next milestone. Ballon d'Or means fuck all. It's all fraudulent nonsense. If you're a real football fan, you know that it is. Southgate linked to Liverpool, apparently embarrassing. That's not going to happen. Now you trolling. They will get Xabi Alonso. But the problem is here is that Slot is winning just about enough games to stay in the job. I think Liverpool fans are kind of secretly hoping that he just tanks so they can get rid of him. It's time to ban Americans from talking about football. I think it's cute when they do. I just chuckle. Arsenal will win multiple honours, I think. I don't. I mean, I'm kind of scared though. I won't know. Fuck that. Arsenal will never win the Champions League. It's beyond their reach. Bro, have you seen their draw? Have you seen their draw? They are on the best side of the draw. They don't have to play anyone really, really good until the final, really. This is scary. Are you going to stream Mac versus Charles? I might. I might get drunk for that one. But to be honest, yeah, that card is dog shit. I might tune in like an hour before the end. You're an Everton fan. Great. Congratulations on the win. I guess we're even now because we did slap you up in your ground. But I actually bet against Newcastle. I bet that Everton would get a win or a draw. So I made my money. Yeah, I'm a snake. Yeah, I bet against my own team, but I've got my reasons. Arsenal already have the Champions League won. I think they do the double or the treble. I don't think Pep is anywhere near Arteta at the moment tactically. Again, this is why it's crackhead Arsenal fans. You're everywhere. This is why I call you the dumbest fans. You have to be dumb and deluded to support Arsenal. You've literally been riding on the coattails of a Premier League win 24 years ago or whenever it was. You man are shit. You're boring to watch. You suck. Basically, I need anyone else to win that Premier League title for football. Bring in Steven Gerrard. Nah, Steven Gerrard is a fucking humorless gimp. He would ruin Liverpool. They need Xavi Alonso. Because I think with Xavi Alonso, he's the kind of manager that will start reasonably poorly, but you give him time and he's going to be a winner. That Leverkusen team that he made out of scrubs was amazing. MLS is the world's home for elite soccer. Imagine having to watch Everton every week. Yeah, that must hurt. I mean, to be fair, they just beat up my team, so I can't even talk shit. Bro, Real Madrid versus Barcelona isn't even an El Clasico, bro. Barcelona always wins now. I'll be honest with you, yeah. I don't really like either club, but if I had to choose, I would definitely choose Barcelona because Real Madrid, I hate how entitled they are. City will win the Prem. James, we need to hope so. Newcastle will play in Arsenal in a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that we can at least get a draw. Have you seen the Yid Army video? I haven't, bro. What is that? Bottlers will finish second place again. I don't know, man. That win today, everything seems to be going in their favor. Whenever they play a team, the team's got injuries. They seem to get all the VAR decisions. I think the Premier League wants them to win it because I think they want a different champion other than Man City and Liverpool for once. I genuinely think they're doing everything in it. Gabriel punched a Newcastle player in the face and didn't even get a yellow card. Didn't even get VAR checked. And then, of course, the little fucking donkey goes on to score the winner. I hate that club so much. I hate them. But I hope you're right. But do you know what I'd like to happen, Ishmael? Yeah, I'll be honest, yeah. I want them to get to the last day of the league. I want them to get to the final of the Champions League. I want them to get to the final of the FA Cup, the final of the Carabao Cup, and I want them to lose all of them. I think that would be hilarious. City are washed. Gyökeres has had a better 2026 than Haaland. Take the crack away from this man. Gyökeres had one good game. The man plays like he's in jeans and Timberland boots. He is terrible. He moves like an ice cream truck. Gyökeres is shit. Gabriel is a very, very good centre-back. Best centre-back in the world, though, is crazy. And he's such a cheating little cunt. I hate Gabriel. Every time he always cheats us. I sound really, really salty right now. Pib, you're here. You're here. You're always here. Ball for Zark is free. By the way, I didn't kick you out. But I don't blame Westy for doing it. Because we always know you're going to come back under a different mask. More goals and more assists. Basic stats, mate. No. Just no. You can't compare Gyökeres. I mean, I don't even think Haaland is all that good. I just think he's a machine. But Gyökeres is generally shit. Genuinely shit. Some UK dude gets arrested cheering Yid Army as a joke, like faking support for his ops. Then he was arrested in front of hundreds of people saying the Yid Army, who went uncharged. This is what the UK is becoming. Freedom of speech is gone. And the thing is, the one thing I'll say about the UK, we don't have a constitution that protects us against that. We don't have a constitutional right to free speech. But I don't mean to sound like a selfish cunt. I don't care because I'm getting out of here. Like I said, boys, 1 more year to 18 months and I'm gone. Fortunately, this YouTube channel is so small that the out-of-pocket stuff that I say is not getting picked up on because nobody cares about what I have to say. It's beautiful. Haha, you guys are all crashing out. It's great to see, to be honest. This Arsenal side will go down as one of the best defensive teams of all time. No, it won't. No, it won't. Again, you won't go down as the best of anything. Toonami! Oh, yeah. It's about to be a horrible month in Newcastle. A Yid is a Jewish person, I believe. I believe. Yamal is very, very good, but I have a feeling that Yamal is going to end up having a disappointing career. I think he's going to have like a less than Mbappe type career. And the reason I think that is because he's clearly an arrogant cunt. Haha, you can't speak freely. God save the queen. It's actually the king now. But unless you've been living under a rock or you've been on panels in this channel, I say whatever the fuck I want. Hincape's singing of the season. Typical of a Chinese. A Chinese? Why did I say that? Typical of an Arsenal fan being unable to spell. Arsenal finna win this season. Man City fitting to win this season. Arsenal fans are cute though. This is funnier, Giuliano. It's funnier because the more excited they get, the more disappointed they will win. I will be back when Newcastle win the Champions League, sir. See you never again, Andy. Bye. You might, even if you said the next time Newcastle win a game, I might not see you for the rest of the year. Voltemada is an absolute embarrassment to Germany. Send him back. The problem with Voltemada is he's not a centre forward, and our system does not work the way that he plays. So we are not using him very, very well. Liverpool is going to win the Champions League. No, they're not. Yo, Maxwell Charles. I'm going. I don't know, man. I keep going back and forth on this one. If it's a proper MMA fight, I'm going with Charles. If they just do that BMF swinging for the fences shit, I'm going with Max Holloway. I think Karma will hit Yamal differently. He will get a close career-ending injury and never be the same. That's the thing with Yamal, yeah. Yamal is a piece of shit. He's very, very arrogant. He really is firmly up his own ass. And I genuinely think his ego is going to get in the way, very similar to what happened to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe's had a good career, but he could have had a great career. And now he won't. Howdy, mate. How you doing, Travis? What's good, bro? I did see you there. Sorry, I should have said hi immediately. Wait, so who do you support? I support Newcastle United. I don't feel too proud admitting that right now. Are you any good at chess? I've never really played it, but I have a feeling if I did play it, I would be the best ever because I'm a fucking genius. No, I've never played. I should really learn. At least Jamal isn't French. Can't stand them. Finally, Beef Wellington and I agree on something. Wasn't your entire team built on French people, though? Isn't your best team ever? Jamal had a hat-trick yesterday. Yes, the first of his career. Is Lona your British champ? No, I don't think he wins the title. I think once Tatsuro Taira gets the title, nobody's going to be able to get it off him. Newcastle are so bad. Sunderland are a far better club. I don't really care about Sunderland because I never grew up in the Newcastle area, so I don't even hate Sunderland. I was happy when they came back. Genuinely. Nice to have a little bit of rivalry going on, a game that means a little bit more. I'm happy. I'm happy that they're doing well. Shout out to Sunderland. But the thing is of Newcastle, yeah, we can't spend the money that we have. And yet all the clubs before us, like Man City, Chelsea, I'm mainly talking about those two, could spend whatever they wanted to get into the position that they want. And now that they've got the power that they need, suddenly they have to change the rules. Pussy behavior. Frankie, who do you think will become one of the big six if Tottenham get relegated? It's got to be Newcastle. Newcastle have the resources. We are building in the background. We're going to have the best training facility. We're going to get a massive new stadium, and we are growing our international enterprise. It might take us 5 to 10 years, but we will become an established Big Six club. It's inevitable, as long as the Saudis don't get bored and fuck off. Mbappe won a World Cup at a young age. He doesn't need any more in his career. Yeah, he needs some Champions Leagues. He's never won one, I think. And he's getting on a bit. He's not a spring chicken anymore. And Real Madrid are looking further away from winning a Champions League than ever. Bro, one of my close BFFs told me they are trying to get one Irish Bangladeshi footballer who's playing in top tier Irish and is in Ireland. You don't want any Irish players, mate. They're not going to help you. Isn't Lona Chinese? Lona Kavanagh looks spookily like a big version of my son. He's half Chinese and half English. My son looks spookily like him. I think Pantoja snatches his belt back from whoever has it. It's not a bad shout. I do think if Tatsuro Taira gets the belt, I think with the improvements that he's made, I don't think anyone's going to be able to stop him. Hopefully the Everton game was a kick up the arse and the tune will turn it around, but goddamn, I miss Miley in the team. We need him back. We need Miley back. We need Bruno back. We need God back because he's abandoned us. He's left us, bro. And Andy, I'm telling you now, we're going to go out of the FA Cup. We're going to get fucked up by Barcelona and we're going to finish like 10th. And it's going to be a shit season. Fucking hate football. And then Arsenal are going to win the league. Is Son still at Spurs or did he move back to China? Son is Korean, you racist piece of shit. And he's actually in the shittest league in the world, the MLS. And they recently just beat Messi's team. Van versus Lona is a banger though. Potentially in the future, yeah. Lona is a good year away from being in title contention. I think he needs at least 2 more. Newcastle is a shithole. You'll never be in the top 6. Manchester's a shithole. Have you been there? I mean, it's a lot better now. It only takes a couple of years to build a city up. Newcastle's got charm to it. I wouldn't call it a shithole. And bro, it really looked like Tottenham relied on Kane and Son. Son was so overrated. No, he wasn't. Son was class, mate. You just admitted to being English. Did I? No, the game has moved past Pantoja. I mean, Pantoja could come back on, but we don't know the extent of how bad that injury was. We really don't know. No, we're gonna win the Champions League, my friend. Believe. You remember the Barcelona game earlier on in the season. You remember the Barcelona game. They toyed with us. It was hard to watch. I swear you went from MMA to football. That's what we do around here. We're going to be talking about arseholes in a minute. The change of pace around here is crazy. Voltemada isn't cut out for the Prem. Do you think you'll sell him in the summer? No, I don't. I like Voltemada. I think he's very, very good on the ball. I just think we need a change of system. I think Eddie Howe is way too reliant on wingers, and the game has moved on a little bit. I love Eddie Howe as a coach. I don't want to ever see him get fired. Son is Korean. He is 100% Korean, mate. He played for South Korea. So he's definitely Korean. I mean, it's all the same thing. Let's not pretend. And I can get away with saying that because I have a Chinese friend. And Chinese children, of course. I don't think we'll sell him in the summer. There are rumors that he is a little bit unhappy, but apparently Son is in retirement now. Well, if you saw the way he was playing in the Premier League before he left, it just shows the difference. I bet Son is ripping the MLS to pieces. I bet money on it. How many players would be left if they took away all the Africans? In France, 0. 0. But yeah, Son is gonna he'll do very well in the MLS because it's a shit league. Thoughts on Martinez being ranked number 9 now after a decision win over Font and Cheeto and running away the entire 3rd round. I'm okay with it. The problem he is going to get killed, I reckon. I do think he's a half decent fighter, but I think there's nothing but pain for him moving forward. Nothing but pain. Vera and Font should have not been ranked where they are, and that's more on the situation than himself. And Vera's tough, man. Vera's tough. Vera does not get finished. So I thought he styled out on him the first 2 rounds. It was a pretty good performance. But I'd run from him as well. Because it works. Vera's dumb. He'll stand there and look at you. If you can get out of there without getting touched and get a ranked win, another ranked win on you do it. You're not going to finish him. You might as well skip around and give him a little bit of a slap and then get out of there with your money. Because you're not getting a performance bonus, and you're not getting a knockout bonus or a finish bonus for that cunt. So just take his ranking and bounce. Bro, I hate United. I swear they would struggle so hard against small teams, but they turn into Real Madrid when they play against Liverpool. Man United single-handedly ruined my childhood. Every final we got to, they beat us. They used to slap us up all the time. But they've been so shit after the last 10 years that I don't even care about them anymore. I know they're getting better this season. They're probably going to get back in the Champions League. But they'll fall off eventually again because their club is rotten at the core. They've got owners that are raping the shit out of them. Man United and Chelsea are going to end up in serious trouble because they're in so much debt. They're going to end up getting fucked sooner or later. They just will. The way they're running themselves is not sustainable. Vera would have finished him if he didn't run. Probably, yeah. Probably. Don't underestimate Mexican chins, though. I mean, the guy does have a little bit of a chin on him. The only thing that's a little bit questionable about Martinez right now is his cardio. He's got very decent wrestling. He puts good shots together. He moves in and out very well. He's obviously physically strong. He's young. He's hungry. I think you're ragging on him a little bit too hard. I think he is a top 10 bantamweight right now. Maybe just barely. He is where he should be, I think. But I do think once he hits that top 5, he's gonna run into a brick wall, and he's gonna get doggied out. Bruno and Mbuemo are saving them. Also, Maguire is getting better and better. Yeah, Bruno's a bit of a weird one. Bruno's the kind of guy, when you're doing really, really well, Bruno is the guy you want because he elevates you to the next level. But he's the last guy you want if you're in trouble, because he won't dig you out. He'll sulk, he'll moan. He shouldn't be the captain. And Mbuemo's had a pretty good season as well. Man United are doing all right, but the thing is, they've only got to play once a week. I guarantee you, when Newcastle are bounced out of Europe next year and we're back playing 1 game a week in the Premier League, we're going to finish in the top 4 again. It's going to be cyclical for us until we can build up a big enough squad, a big enough quality squad. It's just going to be round and round in circles. Champions League out, the Champions League out, and we'll just repeat that process. Quiz in 14 minutes. So Bodak's going on, is he? Vera is Ecuadorian. I know he's Ecuadorian. I was talking about Martinez. Martinez is Mexican, right? Because somebody said he would get knocked out, that Vera would have knocked him out. Or not somebody, it was Tyler. No, I think Martinez is good. Is he elite? No, but he's only had, what, 12 fights? 12, 13 fights? I think he's got a lot of potential. So yeah, we'll all head over to Bodak, but if he does go on in 15 minutes, because I was literally about to call it a day now. I can hang around for another 15 minutes, or 14 minutes. Or I could just put his channel in the description or in the link now and fuck off right now. Because I do have a lot of stuff to fit. I've got like a little bit of laundry to finish off and got a few little bits and pieces to do for work tomorrow. I'm telling you what, boys, I really am going to make an attempt to try and get on during the week. And I definitely am going to do these traveling in real life streams. We're going to do the Asia tour, a proper one this time. I'm going to show you all why Southeast Asia is where it's at, especially in the summer, because I'm going there for a month. It's going to be sick. All right, I'm gonna put Bodak's link in the description because I am a bit tired. Where's have you got any tats in Thailand? No, I didn't. I got some in China. I got some when I was in Qatar. I've never got one in Thailand. I might get one this time around. Thank you, Westy. I appreciate it. So if you guys could head over to Bodak's channel, I'm gonna duck out now because I'm pretty tired. Ishmael, is MMA or Muay Thai better to do when training as a kid? Well, MMA is a little bit of everything, so it might be worth. I'd say because you have MMA specific gyms now, so it'd probably be worth just learning a bit of everything. Because Muay Thai is more. I think it's more useful than most singular disciplines because of the way you can attack. But with MMA, you can learn a little bit of everything. And if you go into a good MMA gym these days, they'll teach you a little bit of everything. So I'd say do that. When my son's old enough, he'll do that. Go to that famous old tattoo lady that gropes men when she finishes. Yeah, that's fine with me, mate. She can have a little feel for a free tattoo. I don't mind. She's not in Thailand though. She's in the Philippines. The famous old tattoo lady is a Philippine lady. She comes from a city called Baguio. I've looked into going to see her, but apparently she's got a waiting list for like months. And apparently the way she does it, it's very basic looking. Like it's the reason why she gets such acclaim is because it's obviously done in an old fashioned way without one of those tattoo pens. But it's not like she's a fucking sick artist or anything. I mean, you see the detail on these bad boys. She ain't gonna live up to that. I only get the most perfect shit. But I am going to Philippines in 3 weeks. But I'm not going anywhere near Baguio, so. But good shout though, and shout out to you, Tyler Betts, and your channel. I'm gonna head off now because I'm pretty tired. I've got a few things to do. Love you all as always. Have a great Sunday. Appreciate you hanging out, and I'll see you all maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll see how I feel, but I'll definitely be back Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week. In a bit, guys.